Okay, good morning, guys. I'm screencasting here with my mask on, so it might sound a little funny, or maybe it'll help with the mouth breathing. I've started doing the isometric of the Lincoln Log here, and I've placed a box on the Lincoln Log of construction lines, and doing them on yellow, and on a drawing you do it in light pencil, and here I'm going to do it on yellow. I've placed its corresponding block here. Now I've found that this distance here along the bottom is 3/8 of an inch. At 8 inches, or at 8 blocks per inch, it's 3 blocks. This distance 3/4 on 8 blocks per inch, that is 6 blocks. And then by the same scale, 1.5 inches long becomes 12 blocks long. So I'm going to go ahead and put in things that I can put in. I'm going to choose a construction line that is black and as again I say is black, and I'm going to go ahead and add the known construction lines that I can. That is to say, there's a lot of straight lines on here that I can go ahead and fill in right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause it and fill these in. Okay, so during the pause here, I added all the lines that I can confidently add in via measurement. I had this line right here as 7/16. When you translate that to 8 blocks per inch, you get about 3.5 blocks. I had this as a 1/16 of an inch. When you translate that to 8 blocks per inch, you get about half a block. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some more construction lines, and I'm setting up to put these lines in here. So basically, I'm going to draw a box. By measuring that, I have that just under 2 blocks down, just under 2 blocks up, and 5 blocks wide. So I'm going to set up another box here to help me fill in that, and it's a bit difficult, certainly. These lines will extend back. There's a lot of construction lines on there. Go back to there with it, and go back to there with it. Actually go past. We go out past it, and it's going to let me, as I come to this rounded part, it's going to let me put that flat shelf in. I'm going to have 2 rounded parts that I'll hand draw in here in a moment, and those will come to there and to there, and that will be a pretty large help. This will also help me guide my drawings to put those rounded parts in. So I'm going to pause it and add those. Okay, so you can see it's not perfect, but I did by hand place those in there, and now I can, using that as a guideline, I can go ahead and do a little more. I'm going to go ahead and choose my object line width and color. I'll go ahead and I can place that one in there. That'll go all the way back. Oops, I see I could have dropped this down half a block. Boy, that's going to be tough back there, but I'm going to work it out. Coming straight down from that, I can go to there, and then alright, so now I'll have curves going from here to here and here to here. I'll have to do that by hand. I'll have one extending back like that, and then this will go there. So on that back side, I'm going to need to set up a construction line. Going from this point back here, on that line going there, and that will define that back line there. So I'm going to go ahead and put in that object line, which will help significantly So this would simply appear here, and it would terminate where that lines up with that. So that would go there, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to have to pause briefly as I draw in a curve here, a curve here, and a curve here. And it's going to largely be finished. Okay, so I put those in there, and it looks okay. Doesn't look tremendous, but it is what it is. I'm just adding this last line in here, and I believe that that does done to about the best of my ability to do an isometric for a Lincoln log. The next thing I do is I go and I get rid of all these yellow line here, the construction lines, which with a pencil, it's okay if they're slightly visible, but you want to make sure to erase them the best you can. And all of a sudden, it kind of starts really taking shape without those construction lines on there. I would want to do a bit of shading. This is a nice opportunity to do some shading. You can see obviously there's a nice shading on the actual block, but that is an isometric of that. I'm not real satisfied with this part right here. The curve certainly could be a little bit better, but all in all, pretty satisfied for an isometric drawing thrown together on the Smart Notebook, which is not really a CAD software. So good luck.